Tim Petrowich, the Marion Republican, here with Marion High School head football coach Kerry Martin. Right before we started, you said, I can't believe it's week 6, but we are approaching the 2/3 mark, and I know last week we said, I can't believe it's week 5, but you're now almost halfway through the conference season. You got a game with Althoff coming up Friday night.
Yeah, it goes quickly. We mentioned that last week, and it's interesting to see the season starting to change a little bit. The weather's starting to feel a little more like football, and people starting to really find themselves as a football program right now. What we're doing well, what we don't do well, and looking at some young men who've stepped up, and others who have played a vital role for us. It's always this point in the year where you really have a chance to kind of settle in now and do what you do best, and try to continue on the winning path we've been on, and take them one at a time.
Talk about the game last week, big win over Mount Vernon, 41-14, a place you hadn't won, or Marion hadn't won in 8 years, and you said you hadn't won as a coach.
Right.
How big was that game?
It was big. I mean, Mount Vernon's doesn't have the record they've had in the past, but they play one of the toughest schedules of any 5A school in the state of Illinois, and their playoff points, I think, maybe right now are the highest in the state. So we knew going in they're better than their record indicated, and to go there and win by the margin that we did was really rewarding for us in the program because of the tradition they've built there recently with their playoff success, and how poorly we've played there the last few years. And it was one of our goals for the year to go to Mount Vernon and get a win. And the kids did a nice job of taking care of that through some early game adversity.
You made some adjustments going into the game to, as you said, improve your vertical stretch on offense, and you got some of those big plays. I think a 39, a 57, and a 65-yard pass play, and the longest pass play was kind of a little screen, but the way the offense is set up, you're set up to do things like that, and you're able to get that done.
Well, we needed some big plays out of our offense, and we weren't getting a lot of big plays other than maybe a run here or there, and it was just great to see the ball get thrown down the field. It's just something we love to do, and we really hadn't had an opportunity to do it early in the season. And the way it came to us on Friday, the Mount Vernon Rams did a great job against our run game. We had to throw the ball more to win the game, and the kids stepped up and got it done.
You're playing Althoff this week, and there's been a history there too, as far as up until 2 years ago, you'd never beaten the Crusaders. You were able to beat them here and win that wild game with Matt Brown. You went up there last year and beat them on their field for the first time ever. I'm sure that's a streak you'd like to keep going.
Well, we need to. They're sitting at 4-1 right now also, and Coach Turner's got them really rolling right now, and they're playing much better football. They look very good on film. They've got a lot of good skilled kids, and they're very aggressive on defense, and so it'll be another big challenge for us. It doesn't get any easier. I mean, Althoff is going to bring that great tradition they've had over the years into our place, and we're going to get a big crowd and a lot of enthusiasm from our student body, and just get everybody involved to pull our win out. So we're excited about the challenge, but it's going to be a tough game.
You talked about seeing him on film. What are some of the things that concern you about Althoff?
Quarterback's good. Brady Nowak's a good quarterback. He's doing things with his arm and his feet this year. He's running the ball well. He's throwing the ball well. He's got some kids that can catch it, and they've got good size. They're a very big football team. Their front line is very big, and they've got some big linebackers. And you can just tell this is a well-prepared football team to play the game. I mean, they look well coached. They look well disciplined, and that's a strong Belleville tradition. That's what they do. And so, as I said, we're going to have to use some of our strengths to overcome some of theirs, I think, and try to spread the field, use our speed a little bit, and try to get some big plays out of our offense.
You talked about the quarterback. They have a pretty good running back. I think Seth Ferruti is his name. Not a very big guy, but he's got a lot of yards, and I'm sure he runs hard. Yeah,
he does run hard. He runs really hard. In fact, it's one of the first things we noticed on film. And you put him behind that big offensive line, good things can happen for them. So, we've got to tackle well, we've got to pursue the ball, and play the kind of defense that we've been playing this season. We've got to get a lot of hats on the ball, and I think the other thing is they bring a passing challenge, which we haven't seen a lot of since, we've seen Patrick Ivey, but we really haven't seen a lot of teams that throw the ball well. And he's going to bring that, I think, to the table. Brady's a good quarterback, and he's been pretty accurate so far. And so we're going to have to, contain him, get a good pass rush, and our our secondary clamp down a bit.
They played Mount Vernon earlier, and one of the things I think that people had said was that Mount Vernon early on, like they did against you, did a good job of shutting down their running game, and they went to the pass and were able to have some success. So that is a concern, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is, and that's the thing, that they're not a one-dimensional team. Mount Vernon did shut down their running game, but they found a way to win through the air, kind of like we did. And so I think in some ways we're similar teams. I think our ability to throw and run, but also our defense has improved, and so we've got similar records facing off against each other. I think it's a great matchup.
Week 6, and wow, a home game finally. It's been a long time. Talk about that.
I'm just proud of the way our kids have handled the road trips. It seems strange that we've played one home game this late in the year, and to have 5 games in one home game. It seems like a long time ago we played Highland. My goodness. But I think the way the kids have handled it, we said it last week. I think in the interview a week before, we've not made it an excuse. It is what it is. You got to go out and take care of business, and our kids have done that. And I know they're looking forward to playing at home in front of their home crowd and avoiding bus trips. So we're glad that the time to play at home has arrived again, and we're excited about it.
It's been a long time since we've heard that train whistle blow too.
Yeah, other than lower level games, we haven't heard it in a varsity game in a while, and we need to hear that again. I'm anxious to see our kids play at home again. I know that they love the fan support, and they're comfortable here, and it's just going to be good to see the crowd again and the blue and gold again.
4-1 is the record. You get that 5th win, and you become playoff eligible.
Right.
And I know that's one of the things you said as a goal at the beginning of the year is to make the playoffs. 5th win is a big win for you.
It is a big win for us, and we're trying to build a tradition not only of a season of success, but many seasons of success in a row. And we want to build that tradition that we can continue to show our younger levels and show our younger players in our junior high program and grade schools, and these are the expectations, and the playoffs are part of that. And that's been a goal since we got together 8 years ago, and I'm hoping we can continue having some success this year so we can keep the playoff streak alive. And that's a big part of it. That's one of our goals every year, to be a playoff team, have a winning season, make ourselves playoff eligible, and then go from there. And so hopefully there's going to be a continuation of what we've done the last few years.
Well, Coach, we'll see you on Friday night. This time it'll be after about a 2-minute drive.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Thanks.
All right. Coach Kerry Martin, the Marion Wildcats. I'm Tim Petrowich for the Marion Daily Republican.